Okay, so, Fortress of False Gods. You will note that it says first, although we are technically doing... Like, it's technically the same dungeon broken up into two halves. The game mechanically treats them as just two separate dungeons, so... make of that what you will.
Can I just say I really enjoy Mr. Goro's smarmy portrait?
I mean, wouldn't you be smarmy as fuck if, like, you fooled all of these school children for months into thinking that you weren't some sort of psyop military guy?
Yeah, no, like, it's perfect. It's great.
I've also seen, like, I'm guessing we'll probably see it at some point in this dungeon, but, like, Mr. Goro's just casual gear battle cut-in looks fucking amazing, too. Just, like, him holding that giant-ass spirit rifle and just, like, in his normal, like, purple work shirt and tie.
That does sound amazing.
Look, are you suggesting that maybe Falcom should have made another cut-in or, like, a second dialogue portrait? Or no, I'm sorry, this is his second dialogue portrait. Because he had his helmet on way back when.
Yeah, he's got, from what I've seen, two battle cut-ins. Like, he's got the one where he's wearing the Master Chief armor, like this, but without the helmet. Which is probably going to be the one we're going to see at some point in this dungeon. And then he's got his civilian attire one. Which I'm guessing we're going to be seeing when he joins the party for the rest of the game.
I mean, the rest of the game is kind of,
like 2 hours at this point, I'm guessing.
Well, I wouldn't even say that because, like, I mean, we'll get to it once we get into Chapter 8, but, like, for a big chunk of the finale, you don't really get a lot of say in who your party is, so, like, when we say that he joins for the rest of the game, what that basically means is that you get him for this dungeon, and then you get him at the next final dungeon, and then the game is over.
That is a little disappointing.
Do you get him in, like, the epilogue, at least, or...?
Oh god, I have not played the epilogue in so long, I couldn't even tell you.
That'll be a mystery to solve when we finally get there.
But yeah, there's not too much new here. It's basically just the karaoke machine dungeon, but a lot bigger. I'm pretty sure it even uses the same, like, computers as the Switches.
Yeah, like, the aesthetic, I think, it's the same style of dungeon, only, like, I think, like, the karaoke machine might have been purple, I'm not entirely certain.
Oh yeah, no, the karaoke machine was purple.
Okay, then yeah, so they've just changed the color of the highlights on everything then. It's a little bit obtuse that the electrical grids just shut off one at a time rather than, like, all at once, but, whatever.
So we have to abandon this train here. That's clearly the direction of the plot, and we can't have that.
Well, that wasn't a total combo breaker, so I guess it's fine.
Be honest, if you cannot maintain your combo through this dungeon, there is something has gone horribly wrong because, like, I mean, like you saw in the in the flesh dungeon, like, it's really, really hard to not be carrying, like, a 300 or 400 hit combo by the time you finish up.
Yeah, that's fair, and they do throw a lot of shit at you. Like, even that backtracking, like, it wasn't that far, and there were dudes at the end of that little arm, so much room to maintain your combo.
I'm sure everyone is very excited to see Team Rejects take the stage.
You say Team Rejects, but, like, it's Sora, Mitsuki, and Rion 3 the best characters we've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, character-wise, like, I think this is my preferred half of the team.
We'll see how long it takes me to remember that Mitsuki can use her shield to just invalidate the traps and not have to do any platforming. I'm willing to bet I just don't remember it all. Yep, there we go. Just run right over, just jump right over that.
It seems like such a worthless trap. Like, right at the start of the dungeon, like, there's just nothing forcing you into a bad position. It's just there.
One thing that is a little weird, you may note that our combo has carried over from Team A to Team B.
Oh, yeah, I didn't actually notice that. That's not usually how that works.
Yeah, so, you can imagine the kind of numbers that we'll have by the time this is all said and done.
Yeah, like, what's the par score for this dungeon, then?
I think we went over this before. The game does not actually care about par in terms of, like, it doesn't have a customized par for each dungeon, even though it really should. So as far as the game's concerned, as long as you get 200 with Team A and 200 with Team B, you've got it. You're doing great.
Well.
Oh man, an electric field and a gate. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I'll give them credit. This section is actually a little bit difficult to get through. Oh, hey, I did remember. Look at that.
And then you fucked it up immediately.
Yeah, so, that's probably why I didn't bother using it, because, the lightning bolts break your shield, and then you're standing on the damage floor, and you get hurt anyway.
Yeah, literally Sora is the better option to get around all that bullshit then.
Now I'm kind of tempted to go back and see if Rion doesn't count as touching the electric floor.
That was gonna be my next question, since she's always floating when she moves.
Because, like, I assume she counts, but then I also assume she would just have regular ice physics, and according to our local expert, that is apparently not the case. She actually does legitimately float.
Well, do you still have the save file?
I mean, I can go back to a dungeon anytime I want, so...
Oh, yeah, that works too. Maybe this is just me coming off of me playing some Resident Evil 4 earlier today, but like seeing these like laser beams just going across the room just makes me really want to see like Sora like flip to avoid all of the lasers like Leon does.
Because I finally remembered that Mitsuki has exactly one attack that actually does damage. Unfortunately, it's her, it's like her power attack, and it takes so long to charge up.
I was really hoping I would like Mitsuki more as a playable character, but she just seems like she's in the wrong kind of game.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely agree with that. Mitsuki, there's nothing wrong with Mitsuki as she plays. She's not the kind of character that this game is built around.
Yeah, like, honestly, like Mitsuki should have had, like, Yuki's attacks and, like, playstyle with, like, you know, like, being an actual, like, real, reliable ranged character. You probably could make her work in a game like this. Unfortunately, it needed a better developer than Falcom's B team to make it work.
Oh, I would be really excited to see what this game would have looked like if the Ease team was the one actually doing the combat scenarios. Like, that would have probably been sick as hell.
For some reason, when you said that, I just imagined this game but with bump combat, and I don't think that's where you were going with that.
No, not quite. But, like, if you have played Ease 9, as an example, just to throw one out there, like, not only do you have, like, a selection of a whole bunch of different, just generic, well, no, I wouldn't say generic skills, but, you know, you've got, like, launchers and different damaging attacks, but you also have, like, a hook shot that you can use in battle, and there's, like, you've got so many options.
Okay, how many fucking cigarettes has this guy had in, like, this, like, day alone that we've covered so far?
Look, man, today's a big day, really stressful, like, they gotta make sure the plan goes well, and it didn't. Like, he's probably gone through at least 2 packs now.
I mean, I think at this point, this is, like, the 5th cigarette that we have directly seen him light up, so... extrapolate that as you will.
Well, it explains why he has such a monstrously deep voice. So that was a weird way of basically saying he proposed to her, right?
I'm not sure if the implication is proposed or, like, actually made the whole couple thing official, but yeah, more or less.
I'm gonna say it's the latter.
俺の幼馴染は俺が無事だったことに安堵してゆっくりと静かに息を引き取った。2ヶ月後、俺は入ったばかりの大学を辞めた。勧誘してきた国防大学の編入試験を受けるために。
あなたもあの最悪で。
強えなあんた。
昔の話だ。お前たちはこれからだろ。全てはこの先に待ち受けている最悪を乗り越えた向こうにある。それぞれの大切なもののために何としても乗り越えるぞ。
俺はあいつを、この日常を絶対に失うわけにはいかねえ。
I wonder if there are any other parallels that the game might be trying to draw here.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Anyway, I don't know why the game was like, oh, the evil you are trying to defeat, it's just beyond this door. When, we're like halfway through this dungeon.
Did they shuffle this cutscene around during development and didn't adjust any of the dialogue?
I almost wonder that, because, like, believe me, there will be a point when that line makes sense. But that will be after we have cleared the dungeon and both halves of the party have reunited.
So yeah, I'm guessing the scene was written and animated long before like the actual dungeon design and gameplay out half was finished, probably.
To be fair, that is, I think that's how a lot of story in games just tends to work out. Like they do a lot of that work up front.
Oh yeah, like I was gonna say, like from having worked on a story-driven ROM hack, the fluidity of things having to change based on like what the gameplay can and can't do. Yeah, but Artix and I have both been in that hell for quite a long while now.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about it, like with the context of that scene, like that kind of feels like the thing where a flashback Mr. Goro probably was written to deliver to the entire party, not just half of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be real awkward when we reunite and Mitsuki's like, so what's your deal?
I mean, that would be...
I was just gonna make a joke about Mr. Goro pulling out another cigarette.
Oh god, yeah, just go... pulls out cigarette, says the exact same thing to the B team, but I was gonna make the joke about, like, this is why you'd want to have Yuki in the party for that cutscene, because he would just straight up say, like when they meet up with the B team, like, yeah, no, like, we're doing this because his girlfriend died.
That's true, Yuki would definitely kind of just shortcut that whole discussion.
That's okay, I can imagine Sora pressing for more details, and then Mr. Goro starts pulling out the cigarette again.
Ko just puts his head in his hands and going, God damn it, we've done this already. Then again, given how much Tokyo Xanadu loves to belabor points, like, I would not put it past them to recount that exact same cutscene, like, at least 3 more times between here and the end of the game.
Yeah, bare minimum, I'm expecting a couple of flashbacks to some of the images in that.
Oh yeah, no, it would not surprise me if, yeah, we see those exact same slides multiple times within the next probably, what, 2 hours worth of story?
Anyway, I heard y'all like elevators.
God, it's that one elevator in Xenosaga from Proto Merkaba at the end of the game. The one that just dick move spawns Gnosis at you like at least 3 times on its way up.
That was mercifully short, at least.
Yeah, no, it's not offensively long or anything. It's just like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. I don't know why they felt that the game needed that, but sure, we'll go with that. We're almost done. This is the last room.
Well, I mean, the engineering team spent a lot of time making that elevator work and look good. They might as well use it.
God, yeah, I'm legitimately surprised, like, they even put the effort in to create the elevator in the first place, because, like, I would have thought that would have been beyond the scope of Falcom's B team, but no, there it is.
Can't believe Crow doesn't have any faith in the Tokyo Xanadu development team.
Now I'm just horrified thinking, okay, how many more times does this elevator turn up between now and the end of the game? Because, like, it's incredibly rare for something to show up in this game exactly once and then never again.
Alright, well, search your heart. You already know how many more times you'll see it in this dungeon.
I mean, it's not an offensively bad set piece. Like, it's fine.
No, it's just weird, like I said, that they put the effort into it.
Yeah, this again might be one of those, like, things where, like, they had plans for more of these to show up, but then they just kind of didn't know where else to put them. And they wanted to have it used at least once so the work didn't go to waste.
Here's the question, are we going back to the B team before we actually go to the final boss?
Yes. Yeah, these dungeons do not have a boss. Like, these basically what we did was we did 2 mini dungeons, and then we're going to separately fight a final boss that will cover the entire thing.
Wait, the B team does get, like, their own second half of the dungeon, right?
Yes. That's what we're about to do right now.
Okay, because I saw the little save point and I couldn't tell if this was leading up to their boss or if this was leading up to the second leg of the dungeon.
Yeah, because, like, we got a stat screen for the A team, even though, like, the combo seemed to carry over between both halves of the party, but we haven't seen a stat screen for the B team yet.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So it's getting a little bit convoluted here, but yeah, no, I think we can keep up with it.
Did you guys forget the punctuation on that last text box?
Remember, Argate, the editor is long since dead. The game is writing itself now.
No, I know. That was really just more of a comment for me, like, just realizing, like, how important punctuation is for those text boxes. Because otherwise it just kind of feels like the line is supposed to keep going.
Oh, you think this is bad? You wait until we get into Chapter 8.
Oh, no.
They have resurrected the editor just so they can kill him again.
They have resurrected the editor, but the editor has come back wrong. There's commas in the middle of words. The game starts devolving into binary code every once in a while. There's interrobangs all over the place.
I forget which game it was. I think it was an Atlas game. Where, like, might have been one of the Devil Survivors, where, like, some of the lines just literally weren't translated, and, like, so you'd be going, like, halfway through, like, this cutscene, and all of a sudden you just have a Japanese line in the middle of it.
There's a handful of their 3DS games that do that. I don't actually think Devil Survivor or Devil Survivor 2 were among them, but, like, I know they missed one of the lines in, like, I think Fusion in Soul Hackers. and then they missed a line from the final boss fight for when the final boss like kills your ally party member or whatever. They just kind of made a joke about that one and said that, oh, our playtesters are too good. They just completely missed that line.
Alright, so let's see what bullshit elevator number 2 throws at us.
Honestly, this elevator's kind of a joke compared to the other one.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Hell, this whole second half of, like, the B-Team dungeon seems to be, like, a bit of a joke overall compared to, like, the A-Team one.
You're not wrong.
I feel like part of that might just be on the strength of Sora and Rion as playable characters.
Probably.
I mean, that probably doesn't help, I guess. But yeah, no. But I do agree that I think the B side of the dungeon is a lot easier than the A side.
Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of wondering, like, why the hell you brought Mitsuki in general, because, like, Yuki seems like he'd be a lot better suited to this than she would.
I'm pretty sure I brought Yuki because I needed a shadow character. Or I brought Mitsuki, rather.
And Yuki doesn't have a shadow core.
No, he has a steal and spell.
And I'm guessing Rion and Sora also don't have anything to cover that weakness either, right?
No, Rion is wind and spell, and Sora is steel and wind, so...
Also, that treasure you got, I couldn't really see it because of, like, the commentary quality, but I honestly thought that it said Ligma Soup for a second.
Oh. Oh my god, I hate how close range her shield is. Like, you cannot... There's like, it does do damage when you're bringing it up. It's just like, you have to be right up in their dick for it to hit.
Yeah, bullshit it was, Mitsuki. Guys, Mr. Goro has something he wants to tell you.
And Asuka's just like, oh, shit, not again.
You guys may want to pull up a chair or something somehow. It's gonna be a bit of a long story.
XRC ここまでよくついてきてくれた。もう時間もあまりない。
Ah, yes. I knew you could do it, which is why I've been trying to cut you out of everything I've been doing and manipulating you this whole time.
Yeah, this is interesting. Ko and Goro are required. So, like, you can see me desperately trying to be like, who the fuck do I want?
Yeah, God.
Like, that's not a good party. But I guess we'll see next time just how bad.
Story-wise, I understand it, but oof.